And I'm dedicating this one to Puerto Rico. As many of you know, Hurricane Maria has devastated the island in ways that, if you haven't seen the pictures or gone to visit, in ways that the economy won't be able to bounce back, or the people won't be able to bounce back for at least 30 years. And that's not an exaggeration. I have family there still. My father lives there. Didn't get a chance to speak to him for about approximately, I would say, 3 months. No communication. Cell phone lines were down. So there's nothing devastating more. Again, I'm thinking about parents and children, and here I am, the child, can't communicate with my father. And so that was a very scary moment, not even to know I didn't know he was dead or alive. And that's beyond, again, being on the other side of things. So this is in response to some of the news that we learned. And I watch Black Panther a lot, so this is, you'll hopefully recognize the title. Don't scare me like that, Colonizer. With a little epigraph. A Harvard University study estimates 4,645 deaths resulting from Hurricane Maria. Harvard Law School graduate and independentista Pedro Albizu Campos' war cry, "When tyranny is law, revolution is order," whispers over the dead bodies of our gente. And perhaps statistics will scare you. Before the colonizers named it Puerto Rico, Taínos called it Borinquen, the land of valiant lord. Valiant, showing courage and determination, that is our heritage, my heirloom, Borinquen, and nosotros somos Boricuas. The U.S. wasn't the first colonizer. In 1493, Columbus arrived on his second voyage of disease, conquest, and murder. 400 years of forced labor, slave trading, genocide. Spanish, the language of our first colonizer, prevailed, then English from our second. In 1898, we were passed on like property, claimed once again by another, rebranded in 1952 as a Commonwealth, another name for colony. In 1917, the Jones Act, we became U.S. citizens, making us draft possible soldiers without any kind of congressional representation. In 1948, Law 53 made it illegal for the Puerto Rican flag to be displayed, to sing, speak, or write about any kind of independence. It would be 10 years before it is repealed. So if you ever wonder why we adorn our cars, bodies, babies, fire escapes with the flag, why we dated a whole song to it, why we are so loud and punctuate our songs with Puerto Rico, well, now you know. In 1978, Puerto Rico became my first home. In 82, the Bronx, my second. I would return to the island almost every summer with my abuela, who needed to return home as much as she needed me to remember where I came from and who we are, valiente. And that is who they were. The 4,645 Puerto Ricanos whose bodies are debated against the 64 the federal government claims, and the 3.4 million American citizens ignored. You don't scare me, colonizer, with your paper towels, referendums, and gag orders and rhetoric. Colonizer, you should be scared. Determination and courage is part of our Taíno and Africano DNA. It is in our music, our bodies, our literature, our poetry. It is in this room. We are all valientes. Somos Boricuas. Thank you.